Oye, mi gente. Welcome to Corner Man Boxing. I'm your host, Manolo Live and Direct. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Comment if you like the content. Oh boy. Oh boy. Listen, I said I was going to put the Ryan subject to bed, but this is interesting. So we're going to bring it back. We're going to bring it back up. So what? So what? I said what I said. So what? So, let's get into this a little bit. Hold on now. Good Lord, hold on now. So, Oscar De La Hoya. This guy, let me tell you. This guy. You don't want to pay your fighters? Is that it? Is that what's going on here? Let me tell you. Seems to me after your comment that you left here on X, and we're gonna get into that too. But let's talk about how for the first time in months, right? Let's go back to the beginning. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney used to be what you would call acquaintances, right? They came up together, they fought together as young kids. Then they enter the pros, where they establish themselves as professionals, no doubt. At some point, they meet, rivals, right? Now, this fight, to me and to a good portion of the population that loves boxing, it's been problematic from the beginning, right? And I kind of said it, right? And I said it once I seen Ryan pulling the antics, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel this. This ain't for me. I don't really like the way boxing's. If this is how boxing's gonna start promoting their fights on some WWE shit, that ain't for me. I'm not feeling it. But the fight itself has had issues from the beginning, from the antics from Ryan, from the ticket sales to the missing weight, to the way the fight happened, to the money owed for missing weight. Jesus Christ, to the steroids issue, the PEDs, to the supposed, the supposed allegations that Ryan is lying about these tests. So I mean and now we are at a point where some personal things are happening now, right? Ryan claims his mother has caught third-stage cancer. And by the way, I just want to say to you, Ryan, that my prayers are there for you and your family. I hope that your mother makes a recovery, and I hope she's okay. This is a very serious situation for anybody to go through. Now, I want to get into, right? This kid Ryan's 26 years old. I don't expect any 26-year-old guy really to be totally mature, right? You expect that, you expect the shenanigans, right? That's especially in this era, right? These Gen Z kids, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, right? But, and you know what? Again, I want to be totally respectful when I say this. I seen the video of Ryan, dealing with the news when he heard his mother was sick. For me, that seemed, how can I say this without, all right, look, right? If my mother got sick, I'm not posting a video about how it makes me feel. I'm most likely going to take some time to myself, for my family, to be with them, put all that stuff away. This is serious time. That's for me, though, right? That's for me. That's probably stuff I'm not going to share with the world. That's personal to me, right? Ryan felt he needed to do that. And of course, we're not going to tell anybody how to deal with their issues. So, again, right, we got to see how it was affecting him. Looked to me as if he was crying. For me, it seemed a little disingenuous, I guess, if you would say. I just wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? But according to Ryan, he took it down. His mother said, no, you can put that back up. And that's where we're at with that, right? So I do wanna reiterate that my prayers do go out to you. I hope and the only reason I say it like this, right, is that, and I've said it in the past, I like Ryan. I like Ryan a lot. I like Devin Haney a lot. I don't favor any one of these guys any more than I favor another fighter. You know what I mean? Like I like all fighters, right? I'm in the sport because I love the sport. That's what it is. But at this point, and I said it in one of my last videos, Ryan has made it incredibly tough to validate anything he says. It's hard to take anything you say factual or serious. You understand? Like it's hard, right? But we do know that this is a fact, and so this is why I'm saying to you guys again, my heart and prayers are there with you and your family, and I hope for a speedy recovery. Really, I do. But that's not the only personal thing going on right now, right? We got a chance, right? And I was excited about it when I read it and I saw it, and I was like, no way. We got a chance to see Ryan and Devin collaborate on a tweet, basically. They haven't been paid. They haven't been. That's crazy. Listen, that was over 2 months ago, right? That was back in April 20th. And they're not paid. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that I read anywhere that they've made any payments. All I see is tweets that say, I haven't seen a red penny, right? I haven't been paid at all. Devin Haney tweets, one word, same, right? So I'm questioning, right? I have to sit here and say to myself, why? Why are you guys not paid? There's a magnitude of reasons, really, why they probably, Oscar De La Hoya is thinking, oh, I'm not paying, right? And I don't even know if that's what he's thinking. According to Oscar, right? According to Oscar, there's a procedure to this. These boys have to read their contracts. Personally, I'm not ready to read that to you at the moment. I don't like the comment, right? It kind of comes off to me as sleazy and a little snakish, to be honest with you, but we'll get into that. My thing is this, right? These kids fought. They put their heart and soul into it. They put their life on the line, you know, not for a belt, but, you know, this was mano a mano. Who's better than who finally? After 6 fights in the amateurs, we want to know who's the best in the professional world. Now, that's up for debate at this point because of the antics and the PED situation that's going on. I mean, I wish it wasn't going on. Again, this fight had issues from the very beginning, right? And I'm questioning why they haven't got paid. We still don't know, right? We still don't know what this fight did as far as numbers go, pay-per-view numbers. We don't know. They haven't released that yet, right? Which was odd to me because recently I had heard that Tank Davis and Frank Martin's sales are through the roof. There's hardly any tickets left. Sold out arena. You know what I mean? And they're saying that this fight is making way more money than the Ryan fight. But how do you know that if those numbers ain't released yet? So I don't know. And maybe one of you guys in the comment can help me out with that. I haven't seen any numbers released. If one of y'all have, please leave it in the comment box. Let me know. I have not seen it. I've looked. I have not seen it. But could it be, right? Could it be that they were struggling to make ticket sales in the first place? You guys remember that? I mean, we were a week and a half out from the fight, and there were barely any sales made. 4 tickets. The arena still, you could go to the Barclays Center website and you could see all the seats that were still available. So I'm questioning, when we watched the fight, there was plenty of people there. That's for sure. But why are these boys not being paid? You understand what I'm saying? If anything, sounds like it cost them to fight more than it did for them to get paid. You know what I mean? They didn't get paid. I mean, Ryan Garcia had to dish out Well, we thought it was 1.5 million. We found out not so long ago that was actually 600,000, with a couple points on the back end. Then, right, Devin Haney, really his record is tainted from a loss, which we might have that reverse. We don't know. That's in the, New York State Athletic Commission's hands. But this whole thing with the PEDs, and there's a lot of loss here. There's a lot that's gone on here. And this promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, I guess according to this tweet, doesn't seem like he has an issue with this. This is protocol for him, right? I mean, you tell me. I'm going to read it to you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read it to you and then I'm going to show it to you, all right? As we've always done with our fighters, Golden Boy paid Ryan and Devin exactly what they are owed under their contracts. As with all pay-per-view events, revenue comes in over time, and additional payments will be made when more money is received. Let me scroll up. If they aren't aware of this fact, we would hope that their managers are. Or perhaps Ryan and Devin should pay more attention to their contracts than their social media feeds. Okay. Boy, let me tell you something, right? I got a boss. I love my boss, but my boss pays me. And if he didn't, right, if I did some work for him and he didn't, which I know for a fact that would never happen, right? But if it occurred, my boss would pick up the phone if I called. According to sources, Ryan Garcia has been calling. Devin Haney has been calling. Oscar De La Hoya don't want to pick up the phone. But you don't mind leaving a tweet for the world to see that basically says, if the way I'm taking this is you're kind of telling them to uck off, right? Do your research when you sign up with me. In other words, it sounds like you're being a sleazebag. I'm sorry. I know. Listen, right? Again, I got no problem with Oscar De La Hoya. I don't do business with you, right? But this sounds kind of sleazy, man. This sounds like something you would say when you're a little frustrated with what you're seeing online, right? If there's no truth to what they're saying, if there's no faulty stuff going on, you're not going to come out this way, right? You're not. This is sarcasm, right? You're basically, I mean, you're not. And by the way, it's not like you don't have their contacts to call them and say, hey, guys, what is this? Relax. Like, what? I've spoken to you. You know what's going on, or such and such, or whatever. La-di-da-da-day. You understand what I'm saying? You have their direct contacts. This is a ploy, right? This is just a way for the world to understand, or for you to try to make them understand that you've made payments. Right here, I'm gonna reiterate. It says, as we have always done with all of our fighters, Golden Boy paid Ryan and Devin exactly what they are owed under their contracts. You know what? I'd love for you to elaborate on that. Exactly how much did you pay them? Because according to them, according to Ryan, he made some bets on himself, right, to win. So he supposedly got that money, but he also made $50 million, right? Devin Haney, according to him, he made $35 million plus, right? Why would they say that? See, this are the things about boxing that kind of confuse me. Why would they say that if they're not in possession of it? If it hasn't hit their bank accounts? See, I'm not going to tell my kids we're going on vacation. I got $10,000, right? If I don't have that money. Right? If my boss said to me, listen, I'm going to give you $10,000, I'm not calling my kids to tell them about that vacation or that new home I'm buying or nothing until I have that, until I got it in my hand, right? That's when it's real. So it's a little, and we dealt with this before. We dealt with this before with Devin Haney saying Ryan Garcia Ryan Garcia paid the 1.5 million. Come to find out, it really wasn't that. So does Oscar have a point also here? See, I want to be fair to Oscar too. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not calling you a sleazebag, but are you being one? That's the question, right? I'm not saying you are. I'm just asking. Is that what's happening here, right? But it says here, or perhaps Ryan and Devin should pay more attention to their contracts than their social media feeds. Which is why I'm saying what I'm saying. Why are you guys, the fighters, claiming to have been paid this kind of money, but now you're coming out and saying you haven't been paid at all? You see all this stuff right here, online stuff, right? We now know they're using in the court of law, right? Some of it's used for criminal activity. Some of it's used just for small claim stuff. Like this definitely isn't a small claim. But, you know, if there's going to be a claim made about this, if there's going to be some sort of civil suit, you know what I mean? This is what they're going to be able to use. So if you guys, as the fighters, are saying, I've been paid this, well, right here, Oscar De La Hoya is saying, they paid you exactly what was owed to you under the contract. Now you guys are coming out and saying you ain't been paid nothing. Which is odd because you guys have been in turmoil since the fight ended. There's been no real contact with you guys other than malicious behavior and words that have been said. You know, Ryan's calling you a bitch. He's telling you to shut up. He come over there and beat your butt again, and he's your daddy. I mean, Devin's listen. This doesn't make any sense, right? But when it comes down to money, yeah, I'm sure two guys will look at each other and be like, "Yo, hold on, man. We just fought. We just gave it all and we didn't get it," right? So, yeah, I can see where you guys are like, yeah, you know what? Devin saying, yeah, you know what? You're right, right? And that's exactly what has occurred on X with these tweets. Question is that real, right? Now, we got to go even further back now, right? We got to go even further back where Canelo Alvarez makes claims. He makes claims that Oscar De La Hoya was stealing, right, from him in the back end or whatever, and he found that out through his lawyers. Now, we now have also found out that De La Hoya is suing or pursuing Canelo Alvarez for defamation, right? He wants him to recant his words. Take that down off the internet. Whatever he's got to do, recant that because that ain't true. Okay. All right. Now, this is wild stuff, man. This fight has caused so much drama and tension and has gained attention for so long. Like it's in multiple avenues. Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. I mean, if it's not the Oscar De La Hoya now, if it's not Canelo Alvarez when he was fighting Munguia saying something about Oscar De La Hoya, if it's not Victor Conte saying something every day about Ryan and these PEDs, if it's not Devin Haney's dad, Bill Haney, you know, going on the smear campaign, if it's not Devin Haney's actually been really cool about this. I mean, he says a couple things here and there, but he's more laid back about it. Like, you know what? After you made that interview, I think you learned your lesson, right, Devin? That wasn't a good interview for you, man. I'm telling you. But then you got Ryan every day saying something, and his antics continuing, and it's, man, it's crazy. Then you got the company, NutraBio, talking about their stuff is clean, but they didn't have nobody from Ryan's team or Devin Haney's team there, or the VADA there, or WADA there to test that lot number. I mean, this is two guns to that. This is wild stuff, man. I'm telling you. So I'm just curious, right? Why, Oscar? Why would Canelo Alvarez have to lie? I mean, it sounded like and looked like to the world that he was doing very well with you financially, right? Sound like he stood on principle rather than, oh, I'm broke, he's not paying me at all. No, he sounded like he stood on principle, like you were taking from him. when he said it in the interview, he said, I'm a loyal guy. You know, I feed everybody. Like, I make money, I spread love, we break bread. That's what he was saying, right? So it wasn't about that he wasn't making money or you weren't paying him, but that you were stealing. And he thought that that was a real piece of ish move. So he left you, right? Now, we also know, this is for a fact, it's also online, we all seen it. We also know that you have problems with Ryan. You and Bernard Hopkins, right? This has occurred over time, right? When Ryan was ready to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, there was issues there. I mean, Ryan said it publicly at a podium while you were standing right behind him and you're making faces, right? So we know there's issues there. Now, come this fight, right, with Devin Haney, looked like some of them things were patched up. Looked like the relationship kind of been built back up to a point where there's some trust, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't say trust, but just, communication, right? We're back in business again. Everybody's feeling good about what's happening. We're about to make some money. But it looks like you're not paying the money, right? And why would these fighters say this? Why would this be something they just make up out of nowhere? You know what I mean? And that's not to say, again, it's not to say you didn't pay them, right? Because we don't know. But according to them and these tweets, that means you didn't pay them a dime. What they're saying is you paid nothing. We got nothing. And both of them are saying it. So, I mean, come on, man. You got three fighters that are claiming you have pulled the wool over their eyes and have ran in the other direction. Three. So, I mean, I would like to hear a public announcement, right? I'd like for you to come out and explain this, because this is very vague and kind of sounds like sarcasm, right? It kind of says, leave me alone. You got what you got. You should be smarter. In other words, what you're saying here is you should be smart enough to look over your contracts. You should be having lawyers look over them before you do anything with me. Ha, ha, ha. What are you, the Diddy of boxing? Like what? Bro, this is crazy. I don't know how this helps your cause, right? I really don't. But, that's not to say these boys can't get their money down the road either. But you know what? In my mind, and in any boxer's mind who's been a fighter in the past, they shouldn't have to wait, right? I mean, they did the job. They got it done. They're dealing with some things after the fact that has nothing to do with the fight itself. They put the numbers up, whatever those numbers are. They filled the seats. They deserve to pay, right? They put that time in the train. They made it there. They made it there on the date. And they fought their asses off, both of them. I mean, that's the job is done, Oscar. You got to pay, bro. That's just what it is. Don't be that guy. That's crazy. If that's what's happening here, I don't know. So I don't want to make any official allegations, or I'm only going to speak with what I see, and what I see at the moment is that we got three fighters, credible fighters, that are stating, you, sir, are not a reliable person. and that's what it boils down to. So, oh my God. And where are we in the process? I'm dying to know, because things have kind of died down. Where are we in the process of the PED case, right? What is happening with the New York State Athletic Commission? I know what we do know is that they have the head of the New York State Athletic Commission has stepped down for family issues. Okay, that could be true, could be whatever. But recently, Mauricio Suleiman has come out and made a statement. A lot of people are saying that's to support Ryan Garcia, and that they're going to continue to look into Osterine, and they're going to aid the New York State Boxing Commission with this. And I believe that the reason for that is because it's not a complete commission. They don't have a president there, right? So, this is getting ugly, man. And if I remember correctly, I swear that the WBC had gotten involved with other PED cases before. I want to say with Alicia Bumgardner. I want to say it was with Canelo Alvarez and even someone else. Probably many times before that too, that I'm just not aware of. But where are we in this, right? What's going to happen? I know that we are expecting something. What was it? What was it? June 20th, I think it was, or something. We'll find out. I forget, but I got to look into that. But I want to know, like, how is Oscar holding back the money because there's a pending suspension or a pending reversal of the match? You know what I mean? Does that mean if the fight is reversed that all that money has to be refunded back, right? Is that why he doesn't want to pay that out? Is that a loss for him? Questions that, you know what, honestly, I'm sure there are other content creators out there and boxing analysts and reporters. If you guys see this, I'd like help with that knowledge. I don't know how that works. I'm curious. If the fight gets overturned, right, that's the question. If it gets overturned, does the money get refunded back to the customers who spent money on pay-per-view? Does the money get refunded back to the people who bought, tickets to watch it live at the Barclays Center? And is that why Oscar De La Hoya is holding on to this money or is not? I don't know, right? Is that why the numbers have not come out yet, right? Is this all in limbo? And, is that why these fighters haven't seen any money? That's the question. So that's what I have for you. I have other videos coming on Tank Davis, Frank Martin. I had put one up. I didn't like it. I took it down. If some of y'all seen it, I'm sorry. But we're going to get back to it. I'm going to go more in depth. We're going to do a fight breakdown. And I'm going to give you my pick again. But that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much. Honest to God, I don't know what to expect. We'll see. I'm your boy, Manolo Live and Direct. Hate, love, hit that like button, man. Subscribe, leave a comment. I'm out of here.